Welcome to the tutorial for the gratitude practice. It seems funny to have a tutorial for this because it's so simple, and yet oftentimes when I'm teaching a gratitude practice, people ask me so many questions. What should I be grateful for? Or it's hard to be grateful for 10 things. So I like to give you just a little explanation of what this practice is all about. Personally, I have been doing a gratitude practice for over 3 years, and I can tell you that it has really transformed my life. I would say I've always been a grateful person, but it's very different for me to say I'm a grateful person and to actually have a practice in gratitude. It has a way of changing the way we see our lives and the way we start to feel about our lives. It's one thing for me to say I'm so grateful that I live where I do, than to say I'm just happy living here in this beautiful place. It sort of takes things to a deeper level. Perhaps you're spending time with someone you love and you unconsciously are enjoying that time with this person. But when you take it a step further and say, I am grateful for this time that I'm spending with this person that I'm grateful for, again, it takes our feelings to a whole different level. Like anything, like exercise, if I do push-ups every day of my life, my arms get strong, my back gets strong, and push-ups become easy for me. It's the same with training our minds. The more I do this practice daily where I train my mind to be grateful for the simple, small, and big things in my life, the more I start to notice them, and my mind gets stronger around moving towards gratitude, moving towards happiness, moving towards a contentment in my life. So this practice can be done at any time. I highly recommend you start your day this way or end your day this way, but it can be at a time when you're at work and you're normally busy or normally thinking of a million different things that cause you stress. But I do think it's nice to have a practice where you choose the same time every day so it becomes a habit for you and it's something that you don't forget. So I also recommend that you have something that's tangible like a rock or a bean that reminds you to do your practice that you can actually hold while you're saying the thing that you're grateful for. For me, I choose these beautiful little black rocks, and I keep them near my computer so that when I see them, they remind me not only to do my practice that day, but sometimes just seeing them reminds me to be grateful throughout the day at different times. I usually start my practice the same way, if this is maybe helpful to you to know how I do my practice, but I always begin with the same few things that I'm grateful for, which will never change for me. One is my mom, one is my dad. And after that, there's a million things that change every day for me, like that I live in this beautiful place, that I love the home that I live in, my dogs, something I ate yesterday, an experience I had with my friends, a place that I traveled to, just remembering a place that I traveled to. Sometimes I'll be grateful for my mom, but then I'll think of a million little things that I love about her, and that will become part of my practice, and it just grows that way. Trust me, the 10 things will be 20, will be 30, and the 3 minutes will become 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and throughout your days you'll just find yourself seeing things and going a step further and saying, gosh, I'm really grateful for this. Or just a moment where you'll say, I'm going to say this tomorrow in my gratitude practice. I'm going to remember to say that I'm really grateful that I had this time with my friend. And in that way, this very simple, short practice becomes incredibly transformative in our lives.